Jen, your Picture Pick here. Look, I got a haircut. They really cut a lot off, but I love it. Love it, love it. So it's more tapered. And then I had these little points last time I got it cut. So it was, I don't know. I'm liking it. So, hey, and it's hot. But when we're recording this on August 2nd, so you'll probably see this next week. But it's hot. So short hair is the way to go. So, guess what I did? Well, you already know because it's in the title. I went garage sailing. It was so much fun. It was so great to be out there again. I went yesterday, which was a Friday. I worked the afternoon at my store, which you can do, 10 to 2:30 or 2 to 6. So I did 2 to 6. So I was able to get out and go to literally like one town over, had a citywide garage sale. Now, of course, there's more sales on the weekend usually. It's like a Thursday through Sunday. So Thursday and Friday may not always. So I had 26 garage sales in my GPS because that's the way I do it. I'm an old-fashioned girl. But what I did, because if I'm one, like people say, oh, I'll just go and drive around. I'll keep going to the same 3 garage sales because when it comes to stuff like that and I'm paying attention to like what I'm looking at and what I'm paying and how much money I got, my sense of direction is just out the window. So, but there was a whole bunch that were not opened. But I looked specifically on the site, I know you don't care about all this, that people were able to check, are you doing Thursday or just Friday and Saturday or just Friday, Saturday, Sunday? So I don't think a lot of people were doing that because all the ones I had in there were starting Thursday. So that's why I went. So there was a whole bunch that were just not open, closed up, nothing. And then there was a few extra here and there. Like I'd pull up to one and, oh, there's one across the street that's not on my list. So my number was kind of going up and down. I ended up going to 18 garage sales. I spent $42. So I got $100 out in cash. In fact, I even spent $1 less than that because somebody was selling water. And I was very thirsty, so I picked up a water. So let me show you what I got. Again, it's not a huge haul, but I got one thing, I think, for myself. Several things that are vintage. And, yeah, cool stuff. Very happy. So let's jump right in. So I have 3 things on the floor that I'm going to show you, but I'll do that last. So first thing I picked up, and this is just a resin piece, a resin frog. Isn't them pretty? So yeah, I paid $1. In fact, oh, it's so funny because when I looked at this, I thought it was a sticker. It said $1, and she took the $1. But no, that's the design of the flowers. So yeah, so I paid $1 for that one. That's very cute. Again, people love miniatures. They love animals. They love figurines. Old, new, doesn't matter. But of course, the favorites are usually dog, cat, frog, turtle. You know, and then if I find something interesting, like I did find a brass ostrich. Now I'm thinking, well, people love brass. Brass is very in right now. So if you have any brass you want to get rid of, you might consider selling it instead of just donating it. But I thought, that's an interesting enough animal where people haven't really, somebody will see that and say, that's really unique. So that's why I picked it up. Whew, all that to say, that is a frog. I did find, almost every garage sale has jewelry, but I was like, I didn't really see much. I did buy two pins. Now I took them out of a bag because I was moving stuff around in my office and I need the bag, so they were pinned on this. So there's what he looks like, and here's the sticker that says Smile Pin, $2. So I was happy to pick that up. It's not necessarily very old, but I like, you find so much mass-produced stuff in the world. It's nice to find something that is either old or it's very unique or even handcrafted where people have made it so that it's, it's a more interesting find, I believe. So I'll throw that away. And this other one was marked teapot, $3. And here's what it looks like. It's this gold tone teapot with roses on it. Let's close this so I don't poke myself. When was it? About 8 years ago I had my tetanus shot. So any day now when I do that, I'm going to end up doing that. I did find an earring for myself. If you remember the last clothing haul I had where I tried on a whole bunch of shirts, I had that that one that had like a cutout here and cutout here. It was like blues and greens. And then I saw these and I was like, hey, that matches my shirt. That was the shirt I was wearing garage sailing. So here's what those look like. I thought they were cute. The only thing I don't like about them, and I'm going to change them, is they have these flip backs. And I'm not crazy about those because everything on this pudgy picker is a little fat, including my earlobes. So I'll just do the fishhook ones. And since I make earrings, it won't be a problem just to change out the hooks on those. I picked up these because I thought I get a lot of lights or small type night lights that a lot of them require, I mean, they have bulbs, of course, but to find ones that are different colors was kind of cool. So I picked these up for 50 cents. So we have red, blue, green, and orange. I thought these would be nice in a cool little lamp or something to give it, maybe even the ones that are white and you put the, the light up inside so you can see it. Even something like that would be pretty to use those. And I don't find these very often. Light bulbs are pretty cheap to find. I usually find them at thrift stores. If I need a little one or the nightlight ones, I can usually go next door to the Dollar Tree is right next to our store. So it's nice to occasionally go in there and get a little tape or something that you need. So I will definitely put those in my Go kit. I thought this was cute. This was only $1. It says spare change. It's a nice glass jar. So what I'll do is, it's very clean. So I will put a penny in there and sell this at my store. I'll probably put $8-10 on that. My frog, I'll probably put 6 on him. I did find a really cool mask, but it doesn't have a way to hang it up. But look how hand carved. Isn't that cool? And then here's what it looks like. So let's try it on. Can't see a thing. But I just love the dark wood and then the gold detail on there. The back, it's kind of shaped like odd up through here. So I'm going to have to, usually I have the ones that you just kind of hammer in that have the sawtooth. So I don't know if I'm probably just going to put one of those here and then tie a string so it'll reach. I'll figure that out. But I could say, honestly, I would probably put 12 to 14 on that. As far as the brooches, I would say $8 on the teapot and maybe $6.50 to $7 on the sun. I know I always used to do that, and then I got out of the habit of telling you, this is how much I'm going to sell it for. This is cheaply made, but it's older, and I really liked it. So I cleaned it up a little. It was very dusty. And it is a made in China World Bazaar. So this is a more vintagey piece. But it's very light, has this cute little stand, then of course the totally accurate map of the world. It's funny, I'll buy some decorative ones. I got the one with the airplane on it, and usually there's a sticker on the bottom. If it's produced new, it'll say something like, not for educational purposes. Anyway, I think the average adult, and especially younger adult, doesn't necessarily know where a lot of countries are. But I'm just saying. So this was a whole $1. Ooh, this is paper, so very carefully take that off. Put that right there. Take that one off the jug. There wasn't one on this. There was several garage sales where you're like, how much is this? How much is this? How much is... I hate that, but if it's something I really want, I just like, yeah, I have to do it. I did find some stickers. This person had a lot of like newer supplies, stickers, and little stencils, all kinds of stuff for like junk journaling and scrapbooking. And a lot of it was expensive, but the stickers were pretty cheap. I need more stickers, like I need another hole in my head. But these are nice for, of course, my planner. I am telling you, of all the years I've been trying, there's things in life that I want to be. I want to be a serene tea drinker. I want to sit there and sip my tea and talk about, all the nuances of the flavors. I want to enjoy hobbies that I know I have no time for, or I don't think I would necessarily enjoy. And I'm in that thinking. That was a long way to get here. But I've bought journals over the years, used them for literally not even a month, and then just like throw it away. You get so far and you're like, I just keep not keeping up with it. But when I started my weight loss a year ago, I got myself this planner. I don't even know where I got it from. And I put all my little stickies and everything in there, and it's like my little happy place I visit every day to look at my progress and look what's coming up and keeping track of things. So I've really enjoyed it. So I'm going to keep these planner stickers, all that to tell you that. They are a brand I've never heard of, so maybe I should look them up. I don't know. Park Lane. So they're all three the same, but it's little bikes and butterflies and birds and even the little beehive there. It's so cute. And then the back, there's only 2 pages. They're that, and on the back it has these little different round ones like the stickers, and then the words say happy birthday, thinking of you, family, get well soon. So you could use these for cards, of course. I just sent my daughter's boyfriend, his birthday was like 3 weeks ago. I thought I was going to see him, but I ended up sending a card with his gift in it. And I told my daughter, and she goes, oh, I'm sure we'll be over. And I said, just please let me send it to him. It's nice to get something in the mail that isn't a bill. And my daughter even reminded me today. She's like, yeah, I do all my bills online, so I barely ever get any mail. So I try to send her cards once in a while too. So, but just all that to say, I pulled my stickers out and was sticking all over the envelope and like bananas with googly eyes. And when people get a card from me in the mail, they know it's from me because all they see is like stickers all over it. So yeah, I just thought these were adorable. There's little cameras and snails. I like to get some of the little stickers because, let me show you since I have my planner in front of me. I like to put stickers on each day. Once that's instead of just marking it off, I'll do like I had orange stickers, and then here I had stars. I know I'm a very mature person, but I just love my little stickers and stuff, So yeah, so my life is basically in this book, and to have some more cute stickers that I can put on each day is good. Oh, my goodness. Okay, I'm going to keep you here all day if I don't get the lead out here. Okay, hey, remember when I told you, when was it? Like a week or two ago, I had mentioned about the Cleveland Browns Stadium and them using the money that was like unclaimed funds. So my husband went on, he looked up me and him and our kids and a whole bunch of other people. He found probably about $300 to $400 in our name. So I'm just going to do this. I got the first check today. That's $143.64. So this is your sign in your life to go to your state's website and see where you can do unclaimed funds. Who doesn't need $143? What else? What else? These are adorable. The lady told me that her sister traveled to Okinawa, Japan quite a long time ago and brought these back for her. So in other words, they're older. They're very cool. They are hand painted. Now I'm going to show you. They're both the same, but one is in way better condition than the other. And it's this coconut purse. So you can see all this is chipped up. The other one I got is in much better condition. And here it says Okinawa, and on the bottom. But it is just this little coconut purse. It's the most adorable thing in the world. So you take this off, and then the inside is fully lined. Isn't that sweet? Somebody spent a lot of time. And then they did the holes and then kind of tied it to the top. Very adorable. So there's that. And then the other one, see, that one has blue. This one has green, the tie. And then that's just tied on top. So I'll have to fix his because it's just this long string. But look at the condition of this one. This one's almost mint condition. So I don't know, should I sell that? Probably sell this one for a little bit more. But look at the bottom and how it's pleated in there. The attention to detail on stuff like that, just, it tickles me. Now the only thing is the elastic is a little slacky on there, but it's an older piece, so that's what you get, you know? Isn't that adorable? I'll do a little research on these to just try and pinpoint the age of it and make sure that I'm pricing it appropriately and not overcharging or giving it away, basically. Depending on what the price there, if they're not worth a lot, I will sell them in my booth. If they're worth a decent amount, they will go on eBay. I did find 2 shirts. One is for me, and the other one is, I think, a little too small, and I'm probably going to sell it. It's an Old Navy extra, extra large. All of their clothes for 50 cents. I do like to find big girl clothes to resell at garage sales. It's one of those few and far between, but when you find them, it's either like, they're not really in good condition, or I'm like grabbing all of them. So this is Frida Callis. Isn't that cute? So that's a 2X from Old Navy. And it says, we can endure much more than we think we can. You know what? I bet you this would fit me. Do you think it'll fit me? Should we do another try on? And then the other one, I know this one's going to be a little bit big, but I have several shirts that I love to put on and relax in when I get home. And this is going to be added to that list. And it's this blue tie-dye. So, love it. So 50 cents, man. Can't beat that. So maybe I'll try those on for you. We're almost done. I did find a wind chime. I don't know, it seems to be the people buy a wind chime, they hang it up, and then when it's literally falling apart, they'll take it and throw it away. So I don't really find too many in the thrift stores or at garage sales, unless they're new or whatever. So, yeah, that being said, it's this angel one, and it says, listen to the wind and know that I am near. And it's going to get loud. So here's the top. And then there's the bottom. It's written on both sides. And this was $3. So, I mean, you could tell it's used, but I think it's pretty. And that I will probably put in my booth for probably, I'd say 10 to 12. There's a little bit of rust on the tubes only. Everything else looks new or good. So what I may do is get a little steel wool and just, you know. So there's that. And then this, you know, I've been telling myself not to buy lights, but I saw this one was only $2. And it's really cool because it's set up very interestingly. Now I thought this inside here, this out here has glass. This one inside does not. Because I thought, you know, if that is glass inside, you could put stones or anything in there to kind of decorate it. But no, it's not. But it has an Edison bulb, so I'm like, yeah, I'm thinking about getting this. And she walks over and takes it out of my hand and goes, look, it works. Plugs it in. It's got a rolly switch on there. It is newer. But it had this, you know, this non-skid stuff, and it's kind of stuck. So I'm going to have to scrape that off. And, of course, it's very dirty. But something like that, I would probably put it in my booth for 10 to 12. And it'll go. What else? I think that's everything on my table. I did buy myself this very heavy wood bangle bracelet. I'm not usually one to wear stuff like this, but I'm like, you know, I'm losing weight. I'm trying new things. I'm doing new recipes and getting different colors of clothes I never wore. So I paid $1 for that. And it fits me. You know, it's funny. They always say, if you need to lose a little weight, you should do this finger and this finger to your thumb. And for the longest time, I was never able to touch. And now I am. Woo! Downscale Victory. Okay, I bought this very cool, what is it? Mirror. The back feels a little loose, but I'm going to have to do something with that. But it's very dirty, so I apologize. There's my mannequin. So, this oval. Now, if you look at it real close, you can see it's really dirty. So what I'm going to have to do is just lay it out on an old towel and then kind of spray and then get my toothbrush in there. But literally, I paid $1. So it's older. It's not super old, but I thought that was just beautiful. Nice size too. So what I'll do is clean that up really good, and then I'm probably going to put, I would say probably 25 to 30 bucks on that. Nice. Somebody's making noise outside. I don't know. Every time I go to lay out or do anything out in the yard, somebody starts, we're going to go blow some leaves. Whole time I'm out there. Okay. Now these two items, this is one I'm going to keep. Now I have to kind of keep it partly in the bag because they were very dirty. The other one is to sell. Now, I've wanted one of these for so long because they're cute and they're weird and quirky, and that's me. So I walked up, it didn't have a price. I'm looking at it. She goes, I'll do $2 on that. I said, I want this. And she goes, well, you could paint it or this. I said, no, it's perfect the way it is. So meet my new friends. The one at the bottom looks like he has a mask on with the bag. But it's these 3 rocks with these faces. Aren't they adorable? Look at the nose on those. Isn't that cool? Oh, I love it. I've wanted one of these for so long. Even there's a lot of places around me that do the cement statues and stuff. They're expensive. I mean, they're beautiful. They should be. And then this one I am going to sell. Now, when I walked up and looked at it, it had a $5 on it. So when I looked at the other one, she goes, well, that one's too, this one's more, because I said, no, I like it. It's fine. The price is fine. And she said, my mother made that. Now, this lady was probably in her mid-60s. And I said, oh, really? And she went like this. And her mom's sitting in the shade on the edge of the garage. She's like, hi. So we got talking. She made this in 1972. They had it in their yard, and I guess they just got tired of looking at it. So this thing is literally like 55 years old. And it's what we call in the resale community a hobbyist piece. But the color and design on this. Now this is one of these, I think it's a Japanese lantern. Look at that. It's still pretty dirty. I got to clean it up. But look at the color on that. And there's the price tag. Isn't that beautiful? But when I picked it up, there's dirt. And it's poking a hole through the bag, so I'm going to have to be careful with this. But that's what it looks like. You know, a lot of times you'll see these, and then the top comes off, and then they'll have like a light or something, or some of the newer ones, this style, will have like, you know, the little sun things to catch it and charge it. But I just loved this. It is so, so beautiful. The color is so striking. And I said, now I can say I've talked to an artist, and her mom just blushed. It was all, hee. She was so cute. You know, when you don't have your mama anymore and you see a cute little mama person, you're like, that's a mama person. So yeah, I gotta be careful. Look, this leg's hanging out. So I would say the best things I got for resale is this last item I'm gonna show you. The coconut purses. Of course, the little Japanese lantern, my thing, but I'm not going to sell it. This is probably what I'm going to make the most money on. Now, I'm going to be very careful when I take it out of here because it's got some loose things on it, and I don't want to pick it up by one thing and it crashes. This was $5. So here's what it looks like. Set that down. Look at that. So this kind of has the, you know, where you can unscrew these to open them up and then take this top off. It has the chain. It is a plug in the wall. It is not one that, you know, goes into the wiring. But it's got like this beautiful crackle glass. And then this gold like insert that goes around the light bulb. The bottom looks same to the top. And then there you have the little, So I was just so tickled with this. Here's the tag of $5. So I'm going to have to do a little cleaning and stuff to make sure this is beautiful. But man, I tell you, I haven't even plugged it in to see if it works. If it doesn't, this piece comes out. Mr. Pudgy Picker could totally rewire it. But of course, it's just really dirty. But once you clean this up and it lights up, it's going to be beautiful. And we'll do some research, but I'm going to put probably, I would say, $70 to $85 on this. If it's as old as I think it is. Little pull thing on the bottom. Oh, love it so much. So very happy with those. So again, I only spent $42, and that lamp alone will take care of everything. As far as the Japanese lantern, I'm probably going to want to put, I'd say probably 45 to 50 on that. I just want people to understand that, and I've had a comment a couple of years ago. When I see something at a garage sale and I'm like, oh, I love it. I do love it. And that person, if it didn't sell, they would probably either throw it away or take it to a thrift store, and it would be gentle enough, like that hanging lamp, that it would probably get torn up before it actually got to the sales floor. So when I pick these things up, I know I'm going to pass them on to someone when they buy it that they love the piece, and someone is going to love it for years to come. And that's what's important about a lot of this older stuff. Is, I know one time I was like, oh, I love these. And people are like, well, why are you telling me you loved them so much? You're just going to sell them. Yeah, I am. To someone who loves them. And even people, repainting old furniture, people get so upset about all of that. And I think if you find something on the side of the road, before the truck pulls up and throws it in there and it goes into a landfill, the worst thing that could happen to it is that landfill. Not the fact that someone's going to take it home and paint it a color you don't like or doesn't fit the aesthetic of the age of the item. And that's my 2 cents on that. So let me try on these shirts real quick. If you're still here, I don't know how you do it. So let's try those on real quick. Okay, here's my tie-dye. It's not that big. And you still see a lot of my shorts, so it's not like I'm wearing just a t-shirt and no pants. But, I like it. So, yeah, I'm definitely keeping this. And this is like a thicker, heavier, soft cotton, which is nice. A lot of the new stuff is, not very good. Not very thick at all. So let's do the other one, which I don't think is going to fit. We'll see. Yeah, this one's a little tight, but see, now you get it, and you're like, oh, that's not bad. But it's, I don't know, I don't feel comfortable in it. And I think someone would appreciate this much more. So I will be selling this one on eBay. So, yeah, I guess that's all I got. Thank you for tuning in. I do appreciate your time. I know there's lots to do and lots to see, and you follow a lot of people on here on YouTube. So I do appreciate you taking about 28 minutes and 13 seconds to hang out with me. If you made it to the end, I need you to put like the clapping. I know people think they're praying hands, but do the clapping hands for the fact that I was able to get out to a decent amount of garage sales yesterday. Very, very, very happy. And I was out there. It was like 74 yesterday. It was perfect to go out. So I had a good time. I found good stuff. I'm going to make a lot of money. And I got my steps in definitely for that day as well. So again, thank you for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, and leave those clapping hands down below. And I will see you guys next time. And again, I'm so proud that I can keep entertaining you and bringing you good stuff. And I really enjoy our time together. I almost stopped laughing. But I will see you guys next time. And until then, happy picking. Bye.